Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Fresh updates on Nnamdi Kanu's release. Emerges as court makes new declaration. Fresh update on Nnamdi Kanu releases emerges as court makes new declaration. To my dear listeners, from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. The Nigerian government's hearing on Nnamdi Kanu's appeal was initially scheduled for October 11, but Ifeanyi Ejiofor, the principal attorney for the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, who are now illegal, said on September 7 that it had been pushed up to September 13, 2022. Keep in mind that the federal government was recommended by the UN Human Rights Council Working Group on arbitrary detention to unconditionally release Kanu within following 6 months. Ifeanyi Ejiofor, the lead attorney for the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, who are officially outlawed, announced on Wednesday that the appeal between Nnamdi Kanu and the Nigerian government, which was originally scheduled for hearing on October 11, has been moved up to Tuesday, September 13, 2022. In a statement that Politics Nigeria was able to secure, Ejiofor disclosed this. The defense team for Kanu declared that they were prepared to fight for him against the federal government's terrorism allegations. They claim that everything has been done correctly in order for the trial to resume in the Court of Appeal, Abuja, on Tuesday without any problems. The hearing date for our appeal, CA Abuja CR 625, 2022 between Nnamdi Kanu versus Federal Republic of Nigeria, which was originally scheduled for the 11th day of October 2022, has been moved up to the 13th day of September 2022, according to Ejiofor. Chukwu Okike Abiyama is on the throne and shall forever remain on the throne. Your relentless prayers and supplications is positively impacting. Recall that Barrister Ejiofor stated in an earlier Punch newspaper article on September 2 that the legal team of the organization's incarcerated leader, Nnamdi Kanu, is now fully prepared for a full-blown defense in the terrorism accusations brought against him by the federal government. According to Ejiofor, everything has been done to ensure that the trial can resume without interruption on October 11. In a statement acquired last Friday, he made his claims in response to a federal high court order for a regular visit to Kanu, who was being held by the Department of the State Service. He claimed that his client was determined to prove his innocence in the charges. Ejiofor said, "We are doing all that is legally permissible to ensure that the October 11 outing will be recorded as a fruitful one." Ejiofor claimed that despite being kept in isolation, Kanu was still steadfast in his beliefs and that he had resisted all attempts by the state to break him. He is resolute and uncompromisingly firm. Self-determination is a right recognized under our laws and other international laws and instruments. Kanu, according to Legio4, was quite happy to learn that Mama Biafra had been released from the DSS custody after more than 3 months of confinement. On July 23rd, the Will reported that leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has been requested by the United Nations to be immediately and unconditionally released from detention by the Nigerian government. The order came after the UN Human Rights Council Working Group on arbitrary jail indicted the government of both Nigeria and Kenya for detaining Kanu without a warrant, arresting him, and then torturing and keeping him in detention. The UN Commission on Human Rights Resolution 1991-42 established the Working Group on Arbitrary Detention. According to the will, the federal government of Nigeria has filed treasonable charges against the IPOB leader in an Abuja-based federal high court. The UN has requested that the Nigerian government immediately release Kanu unconditionally and provide him with due compensation for the arbitrary violation of his fundamental human right, according to a report from the Working Group on Arbitrary Detention of the UN Human Rights Council. The UN demanded that its order be carried out within 6 months and suggested that those in government who tortured the IPOB leader is belooked into and punished. The arrest and extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya in 2021 drew the attention of the United Nations, which charged both Nigeria and Kenya with Kanu's illegal detention and extradition. The UN panel further instructed Nigeria to report back on the actions taken to abide by all of its recommendations within 6 months after transmitting its opinions on Kanu's case. To my dear listeners, now I've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by at the comment section